I grew up in a broken family and I had so much hatred from my father. My life consisted of alcohol, drugs, sex, and prison. I got involved in murder and gang rape, carnapping, and robbery. I got my girlfriend pregnant at 18 and she eventually became my wife after 5 years of living together. I was an unfaithful husband, an irresponsible provider, and a careless father.
What do you do to a husband who is a drunkard and a drug addict? What do you do when you discover that he is having not one, but multiple affairs? What do you do when he aims a gun at you and your children? I suffered these from my husband's hands for 10 long tortuous years. No amount of tears could make him change. My everyday routine was to wait, cry, and pray. In 1995, I met Christ and surrendered my life to Him. The love I longed for from my parents and husband, I finally found in Jesus.
I left my family to be with my mistress, and I even almost killed my wife and kids so I could marry her. Little did I know, my wife's small group in CCF had been praying for me consistently and fervently. Their prayers were answered when my mistress left me and married another man. At my lowest point, a case of frustrated homicide was filed against me. My wife was the one who took me in and showed me nothing but kindness and unconditional love. Because of this, I agreed to go with her to church, and in January of 2001, I surrendered my life to God.
God's love gave me the grace to love my husband unconditionally. There was no bitterness, no anger, and no hatred in my heart. I never gave up, and I remained hopeful that God will restore my marriage. Whenever I turned to God and His Word, His promises gave me so much comfort. After 3 years of separation, God restored our marriage. But what God did in my husband's life was far more than what I had originally prayed for.
On the very day I accepted Christ, all desires for my vices were replaced with love for my family and God. The Lord started using me more and more, first as a D group leader and eventually a youth coordinator and a pioneer of the Biyahe Jail Ministry. In 2005, I was commissioned as a youth pastor of CCF East. In 2008, pastor of CCF Taytay, and now I oversee 7 CCF East churches. As for the case filed against me, the complainant filed an affidavit of desistance, which makes me a truly free man. I thank God for His amazing grace, for restoring my family, and for giving us the opportunity to serve Him.